will either compare ourselves as in, oh look, I'm doing better than that person, or I've lost more weight than that person. Hey Peter. Or there's many reasons why we'll do that comparison, and we do it so we feel better and we've kind of put them underneath us. But the other way that we do it too is when we compare ourselves where that person's doing better than us, and then that puts us at a lower level. And I really want to talk about that one, even though comparing ourselves is like comparing an apple to an orange. And the only person you should really be comparing yourself to is the person in the mirror from yesterday. And it's just all about being a better person than what you were yesterday. That's the only comparison, we need to be doing. Hey, Leah. Hey, Mark. But what happens is when we're comparing ourselves to others, we really create these negative feelings in us, and we do it all the time. But I know guys do it, but I'm going to kind of predominantly talk about women doing it, mainly because I've done it, and also I work predominantly with women, and this is what I hear and see all the time. And we compare ourselves with everything. We compare ourselves with how we look. And it will start off with comparing ourselves to magazines. Now, a lot of those magazines, they're airbrushed. They've had their bits kind of shaped, and we're doing comparing ourselves to that, and we're actually comparing ourselves to something that's not even real. We'll compare ourselves to people on the beach. Oh, look at that person, they look way better in that bikini than I do, or I'm not even going to wear a bikini, or I'm not even going to go swimming. I know some people that have done that. They won't even go to the beach because they're so concerned about what other people might think of them, because they're comparing themselves to these people. And what I kind of notice is when you're at the beach, no one's really paying attention. Everyone's kind of just doing their own thing. But we do this, and we'll compare ourselves as mothers from, being able to breastfeed or not breastfeed, or going back to work or not going back to work, or, someone might seem like they've got it together more than the other person. So we're constantly doing this comparison, and it really creates us to feel like we're not good enough. And when we're running through life feeling we're not good enough, we come with this level of, just feeling really uncertain about stuff. And we don't want to be feeling like that. We don't want to be comparing ourselves to other people. Comparing ourselves sets us up for pain. We set ourselves up for disappointment, because when we're comparing ourselves to others, we're saying that what they're doing, or what they're wearing, or how they're being, or what career they have is better than us. So how's that ever going to make us feel good? It's not. And I get it. I used to compare myself, and I used to definitely do it in a way that made me feel very not good enough. And what I've realized over the years, and helping lots of women with this as well, is when we can actually just look at ourselves and realize that we're unique individuals, and we have something to bring to the world, whatever that happens to be. And when we're showing up with that, when we're comparing ourselves to somebody else, we're letting ourselves down. What we want to be able to do is go, you know what, this is who I am. I'm okay with being me. We're not perfect. None of us are. And we need to learn some stuff. You might look at someone and go, wow, they've got a great body. Well, you could get that too if you did the work. They've probably put a lot of work in. You could look at somebody and go, they've got a really good career. Look where they've gone. But that's their journey. And you don't know where they're at in their journey. And when we're comparing ourselves to what we think they're at in their journey, which is level to us. And they might already be halfway down the track. We might be just at the starting line of whatever it is, and we're comparing ourselves to someone who's maybe been doing it for 10, 15 years, or who has had more experience, or has learnt that little bit more. And so when we're doing that comparing, we're just going to always create that feeling of not good enough. And I don't know about you, but I really don't like feeling not good enough. And many, many women do. And so if you've got that feeling of not good enough, comment yes below, or hit me a heart or a like, or if you're not really sure, but you notice that you do compare yourself, and we do it very subtly, like, oh, look, she cooked that for her children. Oh, I didn't. I gave them this for dinner. Or look at that. Look at what they're doing. I haven't done that. Or, Facebook's really bad for it. People show up the best part of their lives and not the other parts of their lives. And then they're always going on holidays. How do they go? They just came back from overseas. Now they're overseas again. How do they do this? I must be failing because I'm not doing the same stuff. And that's what we want to pay attention. We don't want to be talking to ourselves like that. We're on our own journey, and it's going to be whatever it is. It's going to unfold in whatever way it's going to unfold. So stop the comparison. Stop comparing yourself to others, because it's just only going to make you feel bad. So if you are kind of having some negative feelings about this, if you really do feel like you're not good enough, some of the ways that feeling can manifest is we can pull back. We can not do the things we like to do, like, love going to the beach, but I'm not going to go to the beach because I don't look that great in swimmers. Or I'm not going to go hang out at the pool at a resort because I don't feel that great about myself. And so we'll stop doing the things that we want to do and hold ourselves back because we're not feeling good enough. And, and that can manifest out in so many different ways. We can then start to comfort it because we're not feeling good enough, which just exacerbates any weight issues. Or, we might start to have some wine, and we might drink it a little bit too much, and then we feel shameful about that, and then that kind of creates a whole nother level of feeling. So when we're doing that comparison and we're comparing, we really want to be looking at how's it making us feel. And if it's not a great feeling, then and it never will be, stop doing it. We're not an apple and they're not an apple. We're individual, unique beings. We've all got individual fingerprints. There's a reason for that. That's because we're not ever going to be the same. So, it's about embracing what you've got to bring to the party. It's about embracing what you've got to show up. And when you, hey, Jacinta, and when you can show up with that inner confidence of knowing that you're good enough, then you're going to play out in such a different way in life. So if you're really, like I said, if you're noticing you're doing that comparison, and you kind of recognize that maybe that creates some not very great feelings in you, and you're trying to avoid those feelings by doing some other stuff, we manifest it in many different ways, and jump in my group, because I run a 30-day program that helps you get back to you. It helps you fall back in love with yourself, and so you know that you're good enough. So I'm going to pop the link below, jump in. Otherwise, look, just really think about, where are you comparing yourself? Are you comparing yourself to the magazines? Are you comparing yourself to the mother sitting next to you? Are you comparing yourself to the co-worker? Are you comparing yourself to the ex-wife or the new girlfriend or the, whatever it is? Where are you comparing, and how's that making you feel? Because maybe we need to stop it.